Tell you now is when I tell you stop. That means stop whatever you're doing, give me a clean break. Protect yourselves at all times, obey my commands at all times. I expect a good, clean fight. Let's do it.
Attacker.
I mean that he's not going to try to change, explode the combination. He likes to fight.
Strength of hard body shots.
Yeah, you know, he started off boxing here.
Going to end the fight right there.
Mexican Independence Weekend
has the word azúcar and helping to present them to his own audience.
I don't think you'll see him putting Fernando Vargas.
Well, if that happens, then you'll... And apparently there will be no... 6 Cruz, 4 out of 52. So the Mexican fighter throws more punches, but lands. Cruz reaching with that left hand. He better be careful about that. Mosley forces him to step into a right as Cruz...
Very slow, but it's still, the rhythm is getting, but Shane can't get his rhythm going.
He'll be thinking right hand.
which has been a flaw exposed by Forrest.
Shane will be having problems tonight. Too slow. Everything about him is slow. His balance, everything.
In his one previous fight, coming back to the welterweight division, specifically goes with that is don't pull out with your head straight up.
Yeah, and
called it was power boxing. Boxer-puncher technique designed to maximize the...
Yes, and then everybody, and was dominant. He was as strong as his opponents and changed his style, and that's what he's trying to change here.
To come. But way after. Power shots through 2. 14 out of 39. Cruz 9 out of 47. A left hook, but then Mosley clocks him with a straight right hand.
Never showed any devastating one-punch power when he fought the elite fighters in his divisions.
That time.
But I use the phrase elite fighters in the divisions.
Yes. Well, the Vernon Forrest thing was a style matchup that somehow just didn't work for Shane. Due to injury. Had a fine outing in Memphis a few weeks ago. So he must have a powerful right hand. Because to be that slow and still be unbeaten, well, you know, they used to rip Julio Cesar Chavez for all the Tijuana taxi drivers on his record, I guess.
Yeah, but Chavez was a way better fighter than this guy. Shane still can't get a good rhythm of any type going against this guy, and it's bothering him.
He's had trouble with tall opponents before.
Luis, you gotta throw more punches. He gave you a headshot. Now hit him back real hard. Come on, real hard stuff.
Mosley 39 out of 120. Of 211, he's thrown in just 3 rounds. Harold, how do you have it?
Okay, Jim. 3 rounds to nothing, 30 to 27. He's fighting a very defensive fight. 3 to nothing, Mosley.
You talked about how Mosley looks hesitant sometimes, but already they've banged heads here in the 4th round.
Compete with Shane's boxing skills, so he's becoming very physical every chance he gets. Very relaxed, very calm.
No, he has no advantages.
But he doesn't seem to be nervous at all. Of his opponent, and that's what happens often when you fight a lower opponent. You gradually start adjusting to his level, and that's what's happening in this fight tonight.
You heard Mosley talk about sore from being accidentally kicked somewhere in that round, and it's hard to look good against this kind of guy.
And the guy is becoming more and more figure progresses.
Put his body on Shane and make Shane feel the pressure of...
Because the way the guy holds his hand, Mosley could easily jab over top of his hand.
Hard right hand by Cruz, one of his better punches of the fight.
Free up your hand.
And it was thrown with some speed.
Slow, but the right hand he's a little bit more assertive with.
Free up.
Right cross.
Yes, he just uses it as a range fighter. His pro feels with it.
Starting to make pay off a little more. There was a good three-punch combination, and lands twice.
That land, he just got to push his head on over.
Oscar De La Hoya said it. If he's got a chin, could be a long night. From the constant rat-a-tat-tat of Mosley's jab and his occasional right hands. Also beginning to land a little more effectively. 11 out of 45 power shots in that round. I mean, look at that. That's an arcing, slow right hand. Straight right hand by Mosley.
But Cruz is not that difficult to hit.
Starting to bleed, I believe.
All right, free up your hands, guys. Free up.
He's very worried about headbutts. He's up on his forehead. He's so worried about headbutts.
Yeah, and you know, when a guy does that to you, it takes a good fighter out of his pattern when he starts worrying about being fouled.
Stop. Look at him, Shane. Let go. You got my over here. Watch out. Let's go.
Shane says, okay, I'll fight. You want to fight? I like to fight. Now they're kicking each other and pushing each other.
Come on, with valor, with bravery.
Manuel, I want to put together a montage, people say, between rounds.
Well, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim. 6-0, 60-54. Jose Luis Cruz. He stands straight up, so he's certainly not hard to hit.
Good body punch. He can stay in punching range without pulling his head back, which he used to do.
A totally different fighter, like he's a...
Free up. Free up. Go punch him. Stop.
For Jesus Chavez over Levander Johnson. Carl Letterman scored every round for Chavez and has scored every round for Shane Mosley. Does that mean that...
Step out. Step out. Let's go. Ocho. Ocho. 8.
Shane Mosley is blinking his right eye and doesn't seem to be able to see well out of it. Right hand lead over the top. Good body shot by Shane. Cruz has been able to do little more than wrestle with Shane.
It seems like mentally he's still kind of intimidating Shane to some degree. I always studied
He may not have world, but he does have perhaps a world-class or elite chin.
Yeah, and
A big body for a welterweight. I mean, Shane may be in here thinking, hey, wait a minute. This guy's bigger than some of the guys I fought at 154. We saw Mike McCallum, the body snatcher here tonight, sitting right behind us. Big smile on his face as always.
one of our top coaches now.
Well, let's just put it this way. If you're going to... One or two.
Stop. Let's go.
If something different happens in Mosley Cruz, we'll let
Them to end up with clinches and him.
Larry, when Shane Mosley, what happened between Goosen and Shane?
At this stage of his career, you know, it's very difficult to make a lot of changes, but if instead of smothering his work.
That's been discussed is Shane Mosley against the comebacking Fernando Vargas. Vargas has been a few weeks ago in Chicago.
Vargas wants a sense it makes, but maybe it'll make dollars and cents.
If Shane's looking for a big name opponent against whom he would be favored and where he would be regarded as having an excellent chance to win.
Fight, but I don't think his promoter partner now would want that to happen, but since Oscar himself, I believe, is looking very forward to fight.
Mosley, how he felt about being on, I think that's perfectly appropriate.
Against David Estrada, and now it looks as though he may go the distance here. 10 rounds against Jose Luis Cruz. Cruz's eye is swollen shut, but it's held up well enough for him to...
Time when Mosley unwisely fight, which was considered a major flaw at one point.
No, but you know, he need to be...
In the last 30 seconds here, one of them was a double left hook to the body. And
There could be hard to beat simply because he thinks he can't lose, and he's just hanging in there and hanging in there, Cruz, and you got to give him credit for that.
On the other hand, he may have lost every round here.
But he's never given up is the point.
And for a beat here tonight. Cruz almost got in that big right hand.
Pretty rough night.
Well, so the matchmaker was correct in assessing that Cruz wouldn't be fast enough.
That's correct. If he had a pretty fast right hand,
Cruz, and less than 30 seconds to go, Robert Byrd issues the warning.
Stop. Let's get out. Let's work. 10 seconds.
Dwayne Ford has it 98-92. Chuck Champa 96-94. C.J. Ross 97-93. All to the winner by unanimous decision, Sugar Shane